to answer your question, the delineation is amongst us. I don't worry about so much the other people. I think amongst us, we separate. When you talk about a group of us, we can identify that's some ratchet crap, that's more polished and more presentable. We do this. That ain't other people. So if inside the group we're doing it, that speaks to the point that we don't got enough balance.
I'm gonna give you a scenario, right? And you tell me which culture this is and why we don't think of this if you don't get it. A group of men create a club where they grape women. They start fake sending pictures to the girls under 16 that they're boys in their class or boys their age. Those girls exchange nudes with them. Then the men trick them and tell them, hey, we're not actually this guy, and we're going to expose your nudes if you don't allow grown men to come and sleep with you. And in order to get into this group, the men have to either send pictures of their wives or their young daughters in order to get access to the group. And it's over 150,000 men in the group. What culture is that?
I would say they Caucasian of some persuasion.
They're Asian.
White of some persuasion. Are they?
Yeah. Okay. If I say there's an island where a group of men kidnap children and have sex with them, and then sometimes delete the people on that island.
White people.
You say what?
White people.
Now, we don't view their general image as just that, though.
Right.
So why is that our general image? And why would we as Black people uphold that shit and be like, yeah, this is who we are. We need to do better as a community. When the main people who be saying it, they come from good families a lot of times. They have kids that they take care of. They be active fathers. They do all of this shit. The men that they be a community with do this shit. We have a code of ethics of people we shun who don't take care of their kids, but yet we'll turn around and say, yeah, we don't got no code of ethics. We don't got no community. We terrible fathers. We got the worst women alive. But there are stats for things. There's a stat for the number one paternity fraud. There's a stat for sexual sexuality amongst women. America wasn't the highest. These things exist, but how is it that we are the spokespeople of this shit? I did the research on all this shit to counter the narratives, and I'm like, oh my fucking god! The main people pointing our finger. If you go look at they dirty life, that's why I always interject with the other people. If y'all notice, I ain't been to every country that come on this damn panel, but every time they say some slick shit about us, I go and research they people. So when they bring their ass up here and point their finger, that's why I say, oh, because the old girl said something about slavery last week. You know what I did? I got off the panel and I looked her damn country up. That's how I found out about the Dutch side is full-fledged prostitution, and the French side isn't the same, but they have something a little similar. I go look these people up. So you want to point at us? Let's point at you. This is my point. That's my general.
You're absolutely right, Marcus.
Time is from what culture?
You're absolutely right. My issue is that, to answer your question, the delineation is amongst us. I don't worry about so much the other people. I think amongst us, we separate. When you talk about a group of us, we can identify that's some ratchet crap, that's more polished and more presentable. We do this. That ain't other people. So if inside the group we're doing it, that speaks to the point that we don't got enough balance. Because amongst us, I look like you, you look like me, but we go around a certain group of people, people saying, oh, you're not like us. That whole song between Drake and Kendrick was big because people trying to delineate amongst the culture. That's the issue. So if we gonna have that standard, we need to go ahead and say, okay, cool, well, this is just what we know for, and it's cool, and not get hypersensitive. The problem is that we don't got enough balance, in my opinion. We should be known more for the articulation of our ability to, hold ourselves to a certain standard. We shouldn't have delineating terminology like you different, or you a weirdo, or you a, what do we call it? A goofy or whatever. We do that. That's my issue. And I'll land.
Hey, true. So you believe that the twerking is degenerate?
I believe that twerking is degenerate outside of where you should be twerking. Yeah. Like, why are you in Target twerking? That's weird.
And so you saying when you randomly go in Targets, you randomly see Black people twerking in there?
What I'm saying is that when I walk into a Target, I don't expect to see that. And if I do see it, it's out of what I would believe I'm trying to experience for a shopping experience.
But it's also out of the norm, correct, to see just Black women twerking in Target?
Anybody, but yes, anybody, yeah.
So now, all right, so now we got that part, right? So that's why the reference is so it feels like it's disrespectful because we do not. Anytime I walked in Target, I never see just random black women just, oh shit, a Drake song playing, and they bend over and start twerking. I don't see that in my experience, and I don't hear other people saying that's a part of their experience.
I see it
now. The fertility, you see it, Willie? The fertility dancing. Do you look at that as degenerate behavior as well? Because those women are barefoot and they got their vagina out. We don't even know if they washed their ass for the day, but they out there.
So this is it's the intent behind it.
I just want to know if that's degenerate. I just want to know if it's degenerate so we can.
No, I don't believe it's degeneracy because we know what the intent behind a fertility dance is, correct? Like once we understand that's what it is, it's cool. The intent behind twerking is attention.
It's the same. It's the same.
So
fertility dancing and twerking is the same.
So that's why I asked where the stage was. That's why I asked where's the stage.
Both the stages are outside in the world. Both of them in the same stage.
So I have a question. Let me ask you this then. Would you think that it would be, I want to say, assume you're offended, right? Let's assume you're offended. So like that's the premise. You see a girl twerking in a elementary school full of kids, and then you see a girl twerking outside in the parking lot surrounded by adults. Which one would be more offensive to you? And this is, mind you, this is under the assumption that you're offended by it.
I am offended, right? I'm offended about twerking.
Yes.
Period. Okay. You said for adults or around adults?
So around adult, like as a circle of people, like
around, they just
and she's twerking in that circle, and then a girl who's twerking in the classroom.
I'd be more upset at them around the adults.
You'll be more offended. Twerking in front of adults than you would a child. I mean, a class full of children.
Yes, if because we talking about children as a young kid dancing in school versus
like a school teacher twerking in class in front of her students.
School. All right, so a school teacher twerking in class versus a school teacher dancing outside around other adults.
Yes,
that would change my answer. I wouldn't want a teacher dancing, twerking in front of children at school.
So I understand. That's logical. Do you understand that that's how the majority of the world looks at it? It's so the only people who accept twerking in mass are us because it's part of our culture now. It's been made part of that baddie shit we were talking about. It's something that we've included in it. The issue is we're not the only people assessing us.
But where did this twerking come from? So what I'm saying is that
Luke videos. I bet.
No, so that's the issue. It did not come from there, right? This whole gyrating your midsection.
No, I know that, but I'm saying to the masses, that's where it came from. Most people who twerk don't know where twerking came from.
But that's the issue. Nobody look at these other cultures of fertility and carnival and all these other scenarios where it's black people gyrating their hips has degenerate behavior. They only want to focus it when it comes to, I guess, a sexy red because she's making currency out of this goddamn twerking now.
But people don't.
It only comes an issue when we start. It only comes an issue, it seems like, when Black Americans start making money off of the culture and somebody else is not making money off the culture. We have an issue with it.
So that's the issue. What I believe is more so is that most people have the knowledge of where twerking comes from. You, me, Mont, and White have. Most people don't, right? So we would be the minority. So the majority of people view twerking the way that we just described it. And again, it's because they don't understand the value. But like I said earlier, the cultural aspects do not matter to people that it does not matter to.